Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington, D.C., I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
This section of Kansas City feels layered the moment you step into it. You are in the Market River District, one of the oldest parts of the city, where streets still follow 19th century commercial logic. Brick buildings sit close to sidewalks. Intersections feel compact. The scale reminds you that this area was built for foot traffic long before cars dominated the grid. Just north of here, the Missouri River defines the geography. That river is the reason this district exists at all. In the 1800s, steamboats docked nearby, unloading goods that moved straight into warehouses along these blocks. Rail lines soon reinforced that flow. Kansas City grew because this corridor connected river trade to westward expansion. As you move through the streets today, you can still see that warehouse backbone. Many of the buildings were designed for storage and wholesale distribution. Their upper floors featured large windows for light and ventilation. Loading bays once handled freight rather than restaurant deliveries. The architecture tells you this was working infrastructure, not decorative frontage. Over time, wholesale trade shifted elsewhere. Trucks replaced riverboats. Suburban development pulled commercial growth away from downtown. For a period, much of this district felt underused. Then adaptive reuse reshaped it. Warehouses became loft apartments, ground floors converted into cafes, boutiques, and small offices. The bones stayed the same, but the purpose evolved. You're also walking within sight of the Arabia Steamboat Museum. That museum anchors the district's river identity. It preserves cargo recovered from a 19th century steamboat that sank in the Missouri River. Even without focusing on it directly, its presence reinforces the historic depth of this area. The river story remains visible. This district also benefits from proximity to downtown without being swallowed by it. To the south, high-rise office buildings and arena development signal modern Kansas City. Here the pace feels slightly different. Streets are narrower, buildings are shorter. The atmosphere feels textured rather than sleek. Public transit runs through the area connecting it to other parts of the city. Streetcar lines have helped increase accessibility and foot traffic. That investment has supported residential growth in nearby loft conversions. You now have a mix of long-term residents, new arrivals, and visitors moving through the same blocks. Restaurants and small businesses cluster tightly here, reinforcing the pedestrian feel. Unlike larger commercial corridors built around wide roads and parking lots, this section rewards walking. Corners feel active, storefronts change quickly from one block to the next. There is constant variation at street level. Independence Avenue marks another transition point just to the south. Historically, it carried traffic east towards older neighborhoods. Today it still functions as a major route, tying this district into the broader urban fabric. You can feel how transportation routes shape development patterns. What makes this area compelling is how clearly you can read its timeline. River trade, river expansion, industrial warehousing, decline, reinvention, residential revival. All of it sits within a few walkable blocks. Nothing here feels artificial. The brick, steel, and street layout reflects real economic cycles. Kansas City often markets itself through sport and entertainment, yet districts like this explain its structural origins. The river market area represents commerce at ground level. It shows how geography dictated growth. It also shows how modern redevelopments can preserve identity while updating function. As you move through these streets, you're not just in a dining district. You're inside one of the original engines of Kansas City's rise. The skyline may have shifted southward, but this grid remains foundational. The river, the warehouses, and the street patterns still shape the rhythm of this part of the city.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.